What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we are back with more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Now what we got going on is roughly 16,000 US soldiers here. In the front line we have shotgunners, in the second line we have assault riflemen, which are really just SMG troopers with Thompsons, and then in the way back we have 10 Sherman tanks. Now these forces are going up against the mass that you see before you, which is 6 million zombies. Well, 5.99 million if you got deleted by a mountain. Whoops. We've had the World War II US Army fight against far worse odds. So we're gonna see if they can do it while surrounded on all sides in a square formation. It should be really cool. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We're working our way towards 500,000 subscribers, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 in the future. Either way, we should have the zombies coming up here right now, and we got ourselves the fire going out. The SMG troopers are firing first. Now the shotguns are firing, and we can also see some Sherman fire going in there as well from these big boys back here, peppering the zombies with a little bit of HE fire in there. I didn't want to give the US too many Shermans because obviously they're an extremely powerful unit, and I feel like if I gave them like 100 Shermans, they'd probably wipe out all 6 million on their own or something like that. The Shermans are very powerful in this game, so I thought 10 was a perfect amount, especially because they do have a lot of infantry reinforcements going for them in basically a layered formation. I feel like this is an extremely powerful formation, and I truthfully think that the World War II soldiers could probably pull this off. I mean, look, they've already got 17,000 kills, 0 deaths. They're doing great so far. The zombies aren't even coming close to them on this side, nor on this side. Oh, actually up here, zombies are getting a little close, but not too bad. I mean, they're being held back pretty easily right now. We're already at 30,000 kills now for the US soldiers and climbing. This could be one of those battles that just, you know, we watch this for 30 minutes and nothing happens. I mean, I don't really want that. I want it to be exciting, exhilarating, and things like that, but the US Army cannot be downplayed here. They are probably the most powerful faction in all of tabs right now, if you, or not tabs, UEBS right now, if you exclude, of course, the hero units. The hero units are extremely powerful, so we gotta exclude them. I mean, like Nikola Tesla, come on, he's a beast! The zombies are coming in on 3 different sides right now, but that last little angle over there is just about to start having some zombies come in. So maybe when that side, oh, yep, and there you go. There's some little bit of chiclet fire out there going at some zombies. Maybe once that side comes in, then these zombies will have an easier time actually making contact with the rest of the battlefield. I don't know. You know, maybe that added pressure will do something for the zombos here. Okay, it looks like we do actually have our first little form of contact here from the zombies coming into the US soldiers right here. So first deaths for the US are happening. So the zombies did manage to reach them even before all these sides ended up coming into play, which is kind of crazy. 5 total dead Americans at this point, but the Americans have killed 185,000 zombies, now 190, and climbing faster and faster and faster. So it's safe to say that the Americans are doing a great job. However, the zombies are now starting to really get in there and start taking swipes at the first line of shotgunners right here. And it might be a little bit early for this. This might be a very dangerous thing for the US because, truthfully, you know, I would have liked to see them get at least 1 million kills before they started to have to make full contact with the zombies, but I guess you can't always get what you want here as the zombies are now getting in there pretty strongly. It also seems like the Shermans are really only focus firing on this side of the battlefield. Well, it kind of makes sense because that's where they're facing, but they can, of course, rotate their turrets and fire wherever they please. I would like it if they would, you know, split up between the 4 different sides of the battlefield instead of focusing all in one side, but you can't always get what you want, I suppose. We now have almost 300,000 dead zombies, but 1,200 dead US soldiers, so The U.S. soldiers are definitely starting to lose a lot more soldiers now that the zombies are making contact, and that is definitely one of the major problems of the U.S. faction in this game, is that they are super strong. You know, they have great units behind them, but when it comes to actual health, they're fairly weak. They are not the strongest unit when it comes to health. So when the zombies do eventually make contact with them, it does a lot of damage, and it starts eating away at them pretty quick. And it seems like this side over here apparently is the weakest for the U.S. because now the zombies are about to make a breakthrough over here. Luckily, there are still SMG soldiers behind these shotgunners right here who will be able to do something for them. But they're making a breakthrough at 350,000 dead zombies. It's a lot of dead zombies, but it's nowhere near that 6 million mark. So maybe I just totally miscalculated this entire battle and needed to add a whole lot more U.S. soldiers than I did. There's still a lot of battle to go, but now the zombies are going in on the inner ring here for the U.S. Another really, really bad sign right off the bat here. No bueno. Ooh, and we do have further breakthroughs down the line over here too. Oh, yikes. We're going to definitely have to run this back. I think the U.S. is for sure going to lose this thing. We're definitely going to have to run this back and boost the U.S. defenses. Maybe 100 Shermans in the middle isn't so far-fetched as I had thought. Maybe that's exactly what the U.S. needs to go ahead and defend against this many zombies, because right now the infantry is not cutting it alone, and the Shermans don't really appear to be doing too much to help out. I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover for 10 Shermans right there, I suppose. This entire side is just completely compromised right now by zombies. They're just flooding in now, all different directions. It's not looking too good. The U.S. is verging on 500,000 kills, which is, of course, very impressive for only 6,000 dead U.S. soldiers. But, again, it's only about 10% of the full 6 million zombies that they need to get killed during this battle here. The zombies have now made further breakthroughs along the entirety of the lines here and are actually making breakthroughs on the interior ring now. So why don't we go ahead and do a time-lapse of just the last remaining U.S. forces here and see how many kills they do end up getting before we run this battle back. Alright, so the zombies manage a defiant victory here. 571,000 kills against the U.S. soldiers. Or, sorry, the U.S. soldiers got 571,000 kills. The zombies ended up getting 16,000. Let's run it back and buff the U.S. lines a little bit here. This is really weird, but simply adding in 100 Shermans actually caused a ton of lag on the battlefield. I don't know why the Shermans are so laggy in this game. That's very peculiar. So I'm going to try a different way instead of 100 Shermans, I guess. Okay, I managed to deplete the lag a little bit here, but we have basically an entirely new setup. So instead of 100 Shermans, we have 50 Shermans in the middle, and then we added another outer ring, which is the German army. So now there are total of 43,000 defending World War II units, and this battle has now become every World War II unit versus 5 million zombies. I got rid of 1 million zombies simply because it was just too many. My computer couldn't handle that, plus the Shermans, so I hope you guys don't mind, but let's get into this and see what happens. Alright, here we go. Here come the zombies, and what I think the Germans are going to aid with here is range. Much needed range for the World War II armies, because their Kar-98Ks can fire a lot farther than any of the U.S. weapons. Maybe not the Shermans, but the ground infantry. So hopefully they'll start taking pot shots at these zombies pretty soon and knocking them down with relative ease. There we go, and they're starting to fire here, hopefully killing a number of these zombies. They're starting to get a few kills here and there. The Kar-98K actually a lot weaker than I initially thought it was. When we dived into the Kar-98K the other day, we learned that it only gets 35 damage per shot, which is not a crazy amount for a rifle of that caliber. So a little bit strange, but either way, the US/German forces already getting 1,600 kills on the battlefield. Sherman's firing out, all lines actually firing out on this side. Pretty soon, the other sides will also be firing as well. And hopefully this time around, they can keep the zombies at bay. with their increased numbers that they got going on with the aid of the Germans. It's like the Battle of Castle Itar. If you haven't learned about that battle, very, very interesting one. Not like a super historically significant one, but just a really quirky, interesting, cool battle to learn about from World War II. Highly recommend. Either way, they are knocking down these zombies pretty good. The zombies are getting a little bit closer, but not too bad. I think they might actually be able to do it this time. They're already at 25,000 kills. Alright, and here we go. Now these zombies are coming up from the other angles as well. This last angle probably will be the last to have zombies come up again. But over here, actually, the zombies getting very, very close on this corner. Not quite touching the German forces, but getting pretty precariously close. That is definitely a bit of a danger. Let's watch some of these Shermans fire out. They do look very nice when they take their pot shots. Look at that. Very cool, very epic. It seems like mainly these ones back here are firing and not so much the other ones. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you can see those shots landing. Probably each of those shots getting 10 to 15 kills per shot, which is definitely very, very helpful in a battle like this where you need that kind of constant bombardment from artillery or tanks or something like that. The World War II forces just now crossing 100,000 kills, and the zombies have not killed a single one of them, but we must note that the zombies are getting closer and closer to the World War II lines here. A little bit more dangerous as we go on. And we have the first World War II death, and the second actually. They're very slow to come up, but I think it was over here. I think it was German soldiers over here most likely. There's the third death actually, as these zombies start to just come up over the hill of dead bodies and start tackling a lot of these German soldiers over here. But the World War II forces do have 200,000 kills at this point. A very strong number, a strong start to this battle. And the zombies only have 4.7 million troopers left. Oh, we've also got some zombos coming up this way. For some reason, this side always has a little bit more trouble keeping them at bay. Maybe it's that uphill, or maybe it's the fact that you can't quite see as far off in the distance over here. Not totally sure what it is, but the zombies are coming on pretty strong over this way towards the Germans. Zombies do now have 25 kills, and the World War II soldiers are verging on 300,000 kills at this point. Hopefully the Shermans become more and more effective in this battle as time goes on here. Because the zombies are going to be more and more clustered up as they come forward, meaning more kills per shot. That would be very, very handy for sure in a battle like this. And of course the World War II soldiers do cross that 300,000 kill mark, and they have now lost 56 soldiers out of their 42,000 soldiers. So not a bad start to this battle in the slightest. If we could get 1,000,000 kills before losing, I'd say probably like 1,000 World War II soldiers, I'd say we're definitely in for some good stuff here. Alright, we have crossed into 1,000 kills for the zombies, and the World War II soldiers have only killed 540,000 zombies. So about 500,000 zombies are dead on the battlefield right now. This side of the battlefield still holding very, very strong. These zombies have yet to even get to the Germans over here, so that's very, very good. This side also holding pretty strong, but it's back here where we're running into some serious problems. I don't know what it is about this side over here, but the zombies are managing to get right up into these Germans' faces, especially up on this corner here. This corner is just causing all sorts of problems for the World War II armies. The World War II army is now looking at 600,000 kills on the battlefield. And this corner here also just never stood a chance. I don't know what's going on with this corner up here, but it just immediately gets obliterated. Hopefully the shotgunners can be a little bit more accurate now and get some more zombie kills as time goes on, since the zombies are closer. Obviously it is a shotgun, so that is kind of how it works. So that would be great. That would definitely help out a lot, but we do need some tides to turn in this battle for the World War II soldiers, or else they will succumb to the zombie army. We're looking at just about 700,000 dead zombies and about 4,500 dead World War II soldiers. I'm thinking let's go ahead and do a little bit of a time lapse here and watch the squares go down a little bit here, at least the outer square. So let's cue that. Alright, so time has passed and the German lines have thinned out a little bit, especially up here where zombies are actually managing to break out into the next ring, which is going to be a major problem for the other rings further back. We are looking at 1 million dead zombies now, so they're 1/5 of the way through the battle here. Hopefully the rest of the U.S. Army behind the Germans can manage some sort of defense here. It's really fun to watch, actually, the Shermans firing out and just seeing the explosions off in the distance. I think that's just so cool. Look at that. Just a little and then flying zombies just getting tossed, getting their salads tossed by these Shermans. You gotta love it right there. Look at these Germans up here. They're just like in the thick of it. So many dead zombies all around them. The mountain of zombies is growing. I mean, look at that. Look how high up those zombies are right now. This was flat ground earlier. It is really a monstrous battle right now. These zombies here, they're just getting in there. The shotgunners are now having to do close quarters combat against these zombies. The zombies are right up against them. I'm fearful that this line will break very soon as well. It just might be too much, you know? The World War II armies are extremely strong. And we've seen a mobile World War II army manage to take out millions of zombies on their own. But when they're completely surrounded and also not able to be mobile, they just don't have that same gusto as the mobilized World War II army. They're still good. They're still an amazing fighting force doing pretty spectacular things here, but they're just not quite that same capable army, I guess. We have another corner breaking out over here. This entire side actually just fully broken out now. The other three sides holding okay. Oh no, over here we do have a breakout as well. Zombies actually getting deep into these World War II soldiers over this way. I guess these two sides are still very intact, but the other two, not so much, which is not good. And actually the zombies might break through over here fairly soon as well, as these shotgunners end up dying. And yep, the zombies are getting through right there and starting to surround them, flanking those shotgunners, and now the SMG troopers having to spam some fire into those zombies right up close here, and they're gunning them down pretty good, but I think it's only a matter of time before the zombies, start to make contact with them bit by bit, and they get overwhelmed. Ugh, it is tough out here. We are looking at 1.3 million kills for the World War II soldiers, 21,000 kills for the zombie army at this point in time. Absolute insanity on this battlefield. I mean, look at this. It's crazy. This is what I love about Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Just that you get these epic, massive battles of this caliber. So cool. One thing that people were saying in the comment section of the last video I did was that they kind of missed Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 1 zombies and how they were just so unbelievably weak, and that like 100 modern soldiers could kill like a bajillion zombies. And yeah, that was pretty fun. I mean, maybe we'll revisit some Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 1 in the future here. That was pretty cool. However, honestly, I much prefer this. I think it's at least a little bit more rooted in realism. Obviously, there's no reloading and stuff like that, which makes it a little bit busticated. But, you know, it's like nice to have the zombies have a shot at winning, and we still get that crazy destruction. I mean, for goodness sake, there's 1.5 million dead zombies on the battlefield now. But it feels like this battle has a lot more weight to it because the zombies aren't just these flimsy things that go down in a millisecond. They're actually somewhat powerful on the battlefield. And that's what I really like about them. So, I prefer Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 zombies, but I understand that some people yearn for the old days of just 100 modern soldiers killing, a bajillion zombies. Maybe we'll go back to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 1 pretty soon and give that a try as well, just because it's still fun to play that game, and it's a very different vibe, actually, than Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Either way, the SMG troopers here are now getting really eaten away by these zombies. They're still sitting at that 1.5 million kills. The kills for the World War II armies are slowing down a little bit here, and the zombies now have about 26,000 kills. And here we go. The zombies are about to break through here, and they do indeed. Now the Sherman's actually firing just very close to themselves right here to take out a lot of these zombies. This is definitely last stand desperation here. It's shocking though that the Germans are still holding on these sides over here, but pretty soon the zombies will be able to just like fully flank those Germans, and I'm sure they will go down. So it's really just the weakness of two sides of the battlefield that's leading to this defeat. Meanwhile, these other two sides are just absolute heroes on this battlefield, just managing to hold out for ages. That's kind of crazy. Did not expect that, but here we go. The zombies now taking out the Shermans, and with the Shermans dead eventually here, we are going to be in a spot of trouble, a wee spot of trouble, because they'll stop peppering them with that little artillery fire that makes a big difference on this battlefield. And things will just go further downhill from there. We've also got, of course, now these zombies flanking and compromising the back lines that the Germans need to stay alive here. We can see the Germans now starting to suffer further casualties on their sides of the battlefield here too. Look at the zombie mound here, dude. There's so many dead zombies. It's insane. It's so cool. Oh my god. They are at 1.8 million kills, which is a hefty amount, but it's just not quite enough. They're not quite there yet. It's brutal. Alright, honestly, the World War II soldiers are hanging on for a lot longer than I thought they would. They're actually at 2.2 million kills, which is almost halfway through the entirety of the zombies. Pretty impressive stuff right there. But the zombies have killed 37,000. They've eaten away at all of the Germans now. Now they're working their way through the shotgunners as well as everything else on the battlefield at the same time. So the tanks are probably next to go. They're probably all going to be gone very soon. At least they're getting a few more kills. Ooh, one last tank remaining. The final Sherman. It's like Fury. It's like Fury all over again, baby. And it's gone right there too. So now the zombies are going to be able to fully flank the last remaining soldiers here. And it's basically just how many kills will the soldiers get before they all die at this point in time. Wait, what's going on over here? What's with this? Light here. Random light source. That's bizarre. I don't know. Okay, let's see how many kills the World War II soldiers get at the end of the day. The last bastion is here. Literally, it's tiny. Look at this. They're just getting encompassed now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the Americans are going to end up with about 2.27 million kills, slash the Germans. The Germans help them too. And, of course, the zombies are going to have 43,000. Absolutely insane battle. I thought this one was really fun. Even though they turned out not to have a hope of winning, I really thought they'd do a little bit better than they did. But hey, the second battle, they definitely did a lot better than I thought they would after that first performance. But either way, still a fun battle. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you have not already. It means the world to me, guys. Seriously, the support I've been getting lately is phenomenal. It just means a lot. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.